Well, okay. See.
I can't feel my tongue. It's numb already.
I can feel my tongue when I'm with you.
'Cause I'm coughing.
We got this.
Okay.
To my dear friends, family, and folks at home, hi, hello, and how are you? And welcome back to D-Talk with David They. I'm your host, David They, and today on the podcast we have Michelle. You will see the top of my note says me hoi manoi with Michelle.
And the lowercase m, the disrespect right now.
It's so good. Don't look at any of my other notes
Okay,
because I don't want you to see those.
It's fine.
But yes, me hoi manoi. I mean, I'm getting ahead of myself because our origin story is part of the agenda today.
Oh, perfect.
But I want to give you the opportunity to introduce yourself to the children at home. Who are you?
Children at home, hello.
Tell them. Yeah.
Well, tell them who I am. Okay, hi, my name is Michelle. I won't say my last name in case you look me up, but I am friends with David. That's pretty much all you need to know about me. Mm-hmm. Yep, they're my life. They're my heart and soul. That's why I'm here today. Yeah, absolutely. No, I actually also like to sing. I like to dance. I used to do improv. I improv every single day of my life. And then I'm 5'5". I speak English and French.
SIN number. Yeah.
My SIN number is
bilingual. Yeah, that's impressive.
I'm a bilingual. Can I swear on this?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, kids don't look at home, but I'm a bilingual bitch. And my family's from the Philippines, and I completely understand Tagalog, but I am not able to speak it at the moment. I can say like some words or phrases, so maybe I'll teach you a couple in the coming days. Yeah. And that's me. That's all she wrote.
Can you give us a word or a phrase right now?
Oh, right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just like one thing.
Okay. When
I don't know
think of
anything.
David, I think of basura. Guess what that means?
What does it mean?
It's trash, baby. Yeah, the hottest of trash.
Can you spell it phonetically?
B A S O R A H. Basura.
Basura.
But like a little bit of the R on the R.
Oh,
like
a little bit of what's there?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
so,
love that.
You're
Love
welcome.
that.
Yeah, it's your new
Okay.
name.
Yeah, I'll take that. Taking out the trash. Okay, yeah. So we're here. We have so many things to do today. So we're gonna get into it right away. So what I want to talk about first is how we met and where we were when we met and what we were doing. Because I remember our first interaction ever. I don't remember seeing you for the first time, but I remember talking to you for the first time. Do you remember that?
If I close my eyes, I just know it's in the fine arts department. It's on one of the levels. I think at the top level, 8 levels. How many levels were there?
9.
Okay. It was either the top or the bottom. No, it was probably floor 6.
Yeah.
Floor 6.
Absolutely.
Wow,
It was.
No, yeah, okay.
Top or bottom? No.
Let me
six.
rewind. Yeah. Number 6. I was in the atrium or some kind of situation, like we were coming from class, and I remember you had approached me, said, "Oh, are you Michelle?" I'm like, "Yeah, Michelle. Who are you?" And you said, "I'm David. I'm in your group for this class, so and so." And I think that was the first time we ever met.
I did. Yeah, that's exactly what I remember too.
Okay,
yeah, because we were randomly assigned to be in that group project together, and I was like, I gotta go talk to her.
For which class?
I don't remember.
I know the details.
Yeah,
hazy.
I do. I know exactly what that was. H&D 1, History and Development of Theater 1.
That's true, and
Yeah.
I remember none of it. Who was our professor? Yeah.
Theater Daddy, right? Oh! Or no, Twink Daddy. He was Twink Daddy.
Yeah, theater was.
Twink Daddy.
He was a little older.
Here's something really inappropriate for the folks at home. When we went to university, we were in the drama department, right? And the drama, the students at the time had nicknamed all of the male teachers something Daddy. Mm-hmm. So we had Twink Daddy.
You can guess what that looked like.
Yeah, it did. It made sense.
Honestly, for him,
it absolutely makes sense. There was Theater Daddy.
Yeah, because he was pretty good at.
He was Theater Daddy.
Call him Daddy.
Were there any other ones?
Yeah, no. Okay, I would have to look at pictures
of them all.
Yeah. Those are the only two I can think of.
Yeah, they were the main daddies.
Yeah, they were.
If it were. Yeah. Okay, yeah. No, that's what I remember too. And then we just somehow we went from that to I remember like a full year of us just not being separated.
Yeah.
And it didn't happen in 2 semesters in a row. They were like opposites or something. We spent so much time together.
I think it was second year because it was drama That was when we had to be specifically put into drama. And
Yeah.
I think it's Jane's game. Oh, I'm being thrown back right now. Basically, here's a fun game. Oh, I'm gonna let you know. So
Okay,
you stand in a circle. This is for my educators or anyone who like leads a camp, or maybe it's like your first time at a work party and you have no idea who each other is. You all stand in a circle and then you get to know the people like right next to you. Pretend this is you. Oh, wait a second.
Yeah.
Here we go. Check out these plans. So you got you in the middle. We say David on the left. David on the left.
That's me, yeah.
Okay, wait.
Stage
David
left.
on the right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you feel David, Michelle. Cool. You say your name. Hi, my name is blah, blah, blah. And you get to know the person right next to you on either side of you. And then the person will be like, switch. And you switch around the room. And then you would have to figure out the names of not just the two people next to you, but the two people next to them. And it keeps going and going and going until by the end of the round or the whole activity, you are able to name the people all around the circle. Anyway, that's the first thing I remember about that daddy.
And I remember it wasn't in that semester. It was the semester before. I don't know if you were there for that. Maybe it was like PS1 or something. And he wasn't our prof yet, but all of our cohort went down into the little ed studio, and there was like 100 of us, and he learned every single person's name as they were walking in before the class had started. And he was like, here's this activity, and here's why I'm asking you to do it, is because I already know all of your names, so I know you can do it too. And then
that was it. That was the game.
Yeah.
Dang. Okay, I'm mixing up the days. But honestly, probably one of the most impressive things that I have ever experienced in my time in university was just like, wow, this prof knows my name and is explaining why it's important. And so I think subconsciously, or maybe I thought about it later, but that really taught me a lot about the importance of like getting to know and using somebody's name.
Yeah, it makes such a big difference.
Well,
Okay, but that's this is
nostalgic.
Jody Carrington again, because have you read Teachers These Days or Kids These Days?
You have lent me Teachers These Days.
Okay,
Yeah.
really? Because I still have a copy, so
I know,
you keep it, girl.
I gave it back.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I know.
Oh, was it the one that was signed for me?
Yeah, signed. Okay, tell me
it
about
wasn't
Jody
even.
Carrington.
No. So one of her big things that she focuses on is like the light up, the way that you act when you see somebody for the first time,
true.
and using their name as a part of the light up can be really meaningful. I was just out at a bar the other night playing pool upstairs with a friend, and two people walk up, and one of them is like, "Can we play pool with you?" And we're like, "Yeah, sure." And we both look over at the girl that he's standing with, and we went to high school with her.
Oh,
In a different
sheesh.
city, like 4 hours away.
you're like-
So I ran over to her and I was like, "Oh my God." And I said her name, and her response to me was, "I've never heard anybody say my name with that much excitement."
Oh,
And I was
wow.
like, wow, that's like, we weren't
touchy.
friends. We had a matching backpack though. So I
Okay,
felt
but no,
like
that's already,
we
there's a
did.
connection right there.
Yeah, you know what's funny? She didn't know our names, either of them. And we were like, no, literally, we went to high school together. And she's like, yeah.
Same
I'm like,
year?
Okay. Yeah.
Oh.
And
you
you
know
know,
what?
well, I didn't graduate from that high school. I only went through grade 11 in that specific school, but I went back for grade 12 and did all those things anyway. So yeah, we did all that, and then we just spent so much time together. We did all these different projects together for education and for drama. And then like I graduated, and then COVID happened, and then you graduated,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, what year? No, you were spring 2019 and I
Yeah.
was fall 2019.
Oh, so
Yeah.
right.
So I started
Just-
teaching when everything shut down. I was like, wow, this is what it's like to be a teacher, hey? Yeah. It's,
That was brutal.
Yeah, it was rough. It was rough. But you know what's made me into a better teacher now? You know, I feel like if I could survive that, I can survive almost anything.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll find out. I still have a lot of my education journey in front of me, or my teaching career in front of me. So I'm only 4 years in. Ding. We'll have to see. Why? Do you feel differently?
About what?
Like
Yeah.
teaching during the pandemic?
I guess I do, yeah, because I was only like 3 months ahead of you then, and I had like a little bit more into my groove of teaching in that. But as COVID as a whole in education, it burnt me out.
Oh, yeah. I'm
It
picking
burned
up
me
what
out
you're putting down.
completely, but I don't know, because I always look for the positives and everything too. I'm sitting here right now today filming this podcast with you because I was burnt out by teaching.
Wow.
So
It's a lesson learned, you know.
yeah.
I think, yeah, positive and negatives to everything. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I do think I'm a stronger teacher. I'm like, wow, there's like less BS. And I think I've been made to be at least a better human being, you know, seeing those kids being like, wow, like you are not getting the full education experience where you can like socialize with your friends and like hang out with people at lunch and recess
The
instead of staying
cohorts.
2 months away or 2 meters away. The cohorts, and like having to like enforce certain things like wearing masks or washing hands, and like kids getting in trouble if they didn't was probably, not what I signed up to be a teacher for. So I definitely hear you on being burnt out, but
Yeah.
yeah, positives and negatives, pros and cons for everything.
I do want to talk more about teaching and education a little bit later in the program.
Oh,
or
well,
is
you
that
showed me your
love it?
agenda,
No,
'cause
I
right
don't.
now I'm getting hit
No,
with-
You're not going to see the agenda, because next up we are going through. Now this relates to our origin story. We are going to go through some old videos and pictures of us together from our journey. I have curated the album.
Course.
So
From first meeting.
So we start here. I don't think this was our first meeting, but this is our first picture together ever. And it's so cute.
Me with the double chocolate muffin.
Not
much has changed. Oh, I'm so sorry. It's so funny.
the double chocolate muffin. Yeah, that's your vibe.
Yeah, that's yo. Look at you. Look at that smile.
And then this was the end of our first semester together.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, it's great.
I love that sweater.
Now this one right here. I thought this was a photo of the day that you... Why do I feel like I've explained that on the podcast before, even though you haven't been on it?
It's so embarrassing.
I
Yeah,
wanna
it's like
tell
a core
this-
memory for you.
Is it not for you?
Well, it is because you say it all the time.
Okay, so we were in a class. This isn't a picture from that, but it looks like it to me because you just always had
it's so small.
all the food, and you even arrived to my house today with a bag
Yeah.
of
Oh, I wish I brought some food. I brought
Some
food.
pizza.
Maybe I'll put it up later.
in a little bag. Okay, so it was History and Development to Theater 2, so different from the first one we just referenced, and we had. Okay, so the prof that we had for that class, she was lovely and just bubbly and bright, and she was just easier and nicer. And then she was gone for a day that we were writing an exam. So she had somebody else, a different professor, a man who was a no-nonsense man. I don't think he knew how to laugh.
He did not bullshit.
No, he was there to administer this test. It was
This-
very serious, right?
This was Theater Daddy. No. This was Twink Daddy.
This was Drink
This
Daddy.
is
Yeah,
Twink
yeah,
Daddy.
yeah.
Okay, keep that in mind.
And then, then there's me and Michelle who roll in some kind of way 2 minutes before it starts. We can't sit beside each other because there's people already sitting everywhere. And I sit down and I'm watching from across the room. You pull up your bag of stuff. And you're like, like this picture indicates like there's a veg and there's a dip and there was probably a creamy soup in there somewhere. Oh no, I'm gonna edit it in.
Oh,
It's
you've
all
got
gonna be
pics.
there. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, check out that ranch.
And
You know,
it's
my veggies
all
and ranch.
yeah, and there's probably like a creamy soup somewhere in
Yeah.
here too that
I
you
love
need to
creamy soup.
microwave
Yeah,
it though.
you
So we need to go find a
Get your
microwave.
napkins.
And you're messing around with all your food, and then this man starts the class, right? And he's like, "All right, everybody, get it together." And he's handing out the test, and as he's standing like right in front of you, your whole bag dumps out. Like the different containers, the sound of the cutlery. And what I remember most is that there was an apple and it went rolling towards that man. And I just remember him looking down being like, what the hell is going on here on this day? This is ridiculous. Oh my God.
Bullshit.
And then we were just so loud. And I remember like covering my scream laughs from across the room because it was so overwhelming.
Probably plugging my nose like this because I'm trying not to fucking laugh at Twitter. Twink Daddy, it's so.
It was so good. Oh my God. Okay. Yeah. And then, okay. This was the day that we went to go see Jenna Marbles, which is a weird memory.
Whoa! At the U of L.
At the University of Lethbridge.
Yes,
They
in
brought
the
in
gym.
Jenna
Jenna
Marbles.
fucking Marbles.
Yeah.
I don't even remember what the content was about.
It was just life and like her story and advice and that.
Wow, that is.
I remember it being pretty okay.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think it was bad.
Yeah.
This was St. Patrick's
Yeah,
Day
looks like it.
Centurion.
Where at? Whose house?
We got ready at your house, and then it was the group of them who lived like the street behind you at that point.
Oh,
Right?
yeah. This was second year, like or 20. 2016, 2017?
2017.
Okay, 2017.
Yeah. Okay, here now we're at Cora's. I remember having such
This
a
is
long
in Calgary.
beard here. No, this is in Lethbridge.
Okay, yeah.
This would have been close to the end. Sorry.
No.
This would have been close to the end,
Yeah.
or if not the exact end of one of our semesters together.
I think it was the end because we were celebrating by having brunch together. Because you know I love brunch.
Who did we go with that took this
Yeah,
picture
good
then?
question. That's the goodest question. Someone from that period.
From school. Okay,
I don't
here.
remember
Yeah.
this.
In a Party City. Party City could never.
Yeah.
Love this. This is one of my favorite pictures
Yeah,
of us
for
ever.
real.
In the
This is also one of my favorites.
clouds.
Yeah, I'm in the clouds for real. I wonder what time this was in the morning.
This was 8:47 a.m.
Yeah, we were.
Okay. Oh yeah, another favorite of mine. Do you know what's happening here?
Yeah, I know what's happening.
You
Just
can't
like-
pour the
just
water.
down
That's
here.
what's happening here.
It's just sloshing everywhere.
Okay. This isn't fair. Hey, same vest.
Yes.
I've had it.
What's not fair is I was keeping a steady stream, but here's the issue. There was something wrong with that water fountain, and that's why I kept going like, "Bing, bing, bing." There was some performance issues. It's not my fault.
You heard it here first. Okay, this is one of my favorite
Me
pictures
too,
of
like,
us.
back it up,
Yeah.
back it up,
Okay.
back it
Yeah.
We strategically said it, me looking at David and David looking away, because we know if David looks at me or if we make eye contact with each other, we'll burst out laughing. So David's avoided by eye contact. Yeah, look away. Don't go this way. Yeah. Ooh, fierce.
Oh, that's so
This
good.
one.
Yeah. This is one of my faves. Oh yeah, this
Heads
one
are
too.
still in the clouds.
Mhm,
Yep.
So good. It's the contour of the way that it cut your neck as if it's.
I think this is one of my favorite photos of myself.
Yeah, you referenced this the last time we were together
Yeah,
too. I
that's gonna
think.
be the cover of my album.
Okay. Yeah. Do you know what's gonna come here?
Is it me filming?
No, it's me.
Okay, because I got video of me filming this moment. Oh, fuck my life. No grip. You really caught me slipping.
And then, for whatever reason, directly. Oh. Oh, that is so good.
Yeah, I know
Yeah,
exactly.
here's another
Another
one
one
of you
slipping,
falling. Yeah,
absolutely.
I don't think you actually fell, but
I wonder what I was drinking that day.
yeah. Okay, this was the first day of one of our semesters.
Directing.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Directing, probably. I think we just started calling each prof by what class they taught, minus Twink Daddy. He was something different.
Jesus. Yeah, this was that first day. Oh, okay. Now, this was the class. I remember this class, and we were just idiots this whole time. Not that that's necessarily different from everything else we were doing, but this one in particular, we would always be doing pictures
Some
like this.
shit,
And
yeah.
like, God, I love this face so much.
Yeah, me
That's
too.
so funny
Big
to me.
mouth. Yeah.
You know, just,
This is the Shelly,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
This is the Shelly. Sorry, Shelly.
Oh,
We still
so
passed your
good.
class.
We
that's
did.
trash. That's trash.
Probably got A's in it too. Okay.
Oh, my
this is one of
photo shoot.
faves.
I'm remembering
we do
this.
so many photo
Yeah.
shoots. You should trust that there's a lot of really bad pictures of you I left out
Yeah,
of this.
probably.
There's lots. Yeah, just like
Oh, I'm
we just look
remembering
so
this time
cute.
too. Yeah, I'm remembering this.
Yeah.
I remember this photo shoot. That was at the party.
So this was at a different
Hi,
center.
Paul.
I can't even tell who's
Who's
who
who?
here.
Yeah, I know. For real.
It's just look at the little teeths.
Yeah. Oh,
This was the party that you said you weren't going to come to, and then every 15 minutes I turned around, you were still there,
Yeah,
and you
yeah,
had like
yeah.
a different thing in your hand. It was either a drink or a dog.
Yeah, that
and it
sounds
just
right.
you stayed like pretty much as long as I did.
okay, here's where pause, because
Oh.
once again,
Oh.
I think this is 5th year now, where I lived back at the same house that I did in 2nd years. Where it was a 2-minute walk away. You could see my bedroom window
Sure.
from the house party that we were at. That's how close I was. So really,
right.
you know, I don't remember what I was staying in early for the time. Maybe it was like sleeping, or I just needed to get my night routine done, which, you know, takes a hot minute if you have to like wash your face properly. But yes, I did manage to escape from the party. like maybe an hour or so later than I said I was gonna stay.
It was longer than an hour.
I
for
feel like it
sure.
was. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows?
Okay, yeah, this was that
This is
same
Century,
night
yeah.
as well. Yeah.
Same night. So I'm taking shots. So obviously, you
Yeah.
know, I'm still having a good time.
Exactly. Yeah. Always there for a good time. And this one, just because I love your face in this so much,
I'm so disgusted.
this is my favorite version of Michelle.
It just disgusted me.
Is what she's done. She's over it. I
What
don't.
was I? What do you think I was looking at? Just paint a picture for me.
I think you were just disassociating. Is what
Yeah,
this
classic-
is. It's
classic
just,
me, I'm just like,
yeah.
Yeah, it's the end of the day.
Okay. Do you know what's coming here?
Okay, wait, pause, because I know this was another time where I have the photos and videos from this day,
Yeah.
and you were like brushing snow off the car.
Oh, incorrect.
Incorrect? Fruit.
Yeah.
Okay, just play it.
Okay, so David and I are gonna stuff a whole bunch of baby straws in our mouth.
Oh, yeah.
You gotta start it. Where I gotta start it? Hey, one baby straw.
Oh, I'm going for more. I have
Ah!
one.
I have three.
Okay, wait, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you have 5, 6, 7. Okay, I have more than those in my mouth.
I stopped counting. 1, 2, 3, 4.
You're still the same.
Shut up. Okay, I have 7. We both have. No, you have more than 7. Ah. Yeah, that's right, babe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 44?
14.
Oh, 14. Oh.
44.
I know, I was like, that was fast.
This is so bad.
Do you have veggie straws?
I do not.
We can round 2 this. I hope we ate them all. Yeah. let's go.
There's the still here from my favorite moment of
Yeah.
you where you're it's not here yet. I wanted to see if I could
My
pause
cheeks
it.
already hurt.
Oh no. I lost it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I saw it.
I saw it too. Yeah, but we gotta go.
Yeah, forever great. Yeah, there it is.
Right there.
Yeah.
This is my favorite image just of all time right there.
Yeah.
It's so good. Oh my
Oh,
god.
how did I not shove it back?
Yep, so that was that. That was all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, some cheese
Oh,
string
some
nonsense.
cheese strings. Oh, I missed that sweater.
Oh, do you know what's coming here?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
you
grabbing
do?
shit. It's predictable. You know, the thing is, you showed me a few of these that I don't remember, but I only remember it from you showing me. Does that make sense?
Say that again.
Okay, so I'm not remembering these memories happening in real time. Some of them. But the only reason why I know of them is because you've shown them to me in a previous time.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's like, oh, I know what I do, but only because you showed this video to me.
Not
before.
actually doing
I
it
don't.
originally.
Yeah, there's so many things I
Wow.
don't remember for reasons unknown. I guess we'll
The
never know.
reason's known.
Reasons known.
Or is that the joke?
That's the joke.
Oh, okay, sorry. Okay, no, you gotta listen to what we
Have a
say
sip.
here. We gotta.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, there
yeah.
it is. Yeah.
It's great.
That's such a good meme, solidified in history.
Love this.
Make you smell my pit.
Yeah, you are pointing to your armpit.
Yeah,
I
and it
just
probably
noticed
smelled
that
really good.
in
I
the same
really like the
moment. Yeah,
deodorant.
yeah, just consistently great photos.
Yes, these are so good.
Yeah. Okay,
we
when we went to go
go
see
back.
Pentatonics.
That I remember.
So good. Out scootering.
Yeah, this is in Calgary now, so this is like post graduation.
Yeah.
I don't know where we were scootering to, but we were just making all
Just
mess of
yeah,
the
because we went
town.
to do the photo shoot.
Oh, another one. Wow.
And you know what's coming is one of my favorite photos
Yeah,
of you
okay,
ever.
this was a video that they took. This was a video, and this is a screenshot of the video.
Which is now a picture.
Yeah, I guess. Fuck, it's no.
Oh, it's not,
It's not
this
yet,
one.
not yet.
There
It's
is
okay.
something
Fine,
here,
fine,
though.
fine. I look so far gone.
I'm your daddy.
Yeah.
Okay, I think it's here now.
Okay. Yeah, there it
It's
is.
so good. It's not.
It is actually really good.
It's the face for me
It is.
with the crotch holding.
Okay, sorry. I feel like I have to explain myself.
Yeah, you
I don't just
probably-
hold my crotch. So I love jumping and touching my toes because I'm like, ooh wee, look what I can do. And so obviously you can see I'm wearing a dress. I probably wasn't wearing shorts underneath, so
It
I was
was
like,
a short dress.
better cover the dress down so I don't flash my coochie. And David just happened to catch the exact moment that I was touching my toe and touching my crotch at the same time.
Oh my god,
I
that's
do
so
love
good.
it, though.
I love this photo of us when we went out to go see Violet
Violet
Chachki.
Chachki, true.
Yeah.
That was a good time.
And then you know what's next.
Oh, yes, it's the
yeah,
video of you
it's
drinking.
exactly, yeah.
I forgot this happened too.
Oh, it's so good. And if you watch, you can see the server in the back who watched you do it runs away to get you.
Wow, that must be nice. Must be nice.
Oh, it's so good. And then you start swiping in.
I want to protect you. I wanted to protect you. Yo, we need to run it back. Okay, I don't
Run that
know.
shit back. Run that
Yeah,
shit
a
back.
little
Yeah.
bit.
It's so funny.
A lot of it
Oh
next
my
summer.
god. Do you know how to do one of those now?
Good question.
Yeah,
I haven't
that's
tried
fair,
one
that's
since.
fair.
I haven't tried
Oh,
one
I
since.
love this picture.
Oh
of us
yes,
too.
this is when I helped you paint the fence, right?
No.
I was just.
We didn't
visiting
look
for funsies.
this fabulous painting the fence. That's
Yeah.
funny. I forgot you helped me paint the fence.
Yeah, you're like, want to help me paint the fence? And I was like,
Everybody
oh my
helped me
goodness.
paint the
Yeah,
fence.
it was
Oh
good.
my
It looked really
God.
good. I hope you have pics of it later.
It did. I mean, there's pics of it right here.
Kind
Yeah.
of golden. That filter is it.
Yeah. Well, we were in direct sunlight too. So this was when you came down for my birthday party last year at my house.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and
I
you-
baked you a little cake.
Yeah. And then, yeah, also from that night, I just love this perspective.
Yeah,
It's
it's
so
so
good.
good. Kinda hot. Okay, I love that
Okay.
perspective.
Yeah. Really great.
Yeah.
We're getting
That's at
near
my
the
old
end now.
house.
Yeah.
But when was this? Oh, it was me taking a picture of
Beginning
myself.
of this year. It was you.
Okay. Because I was like, how'd you get that angle? Why are you on your knees?
Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, and then this
No,
one.
not this.
The quality of this one was super bad when I watched it before, and it's just really jumpy of you slapping this flapper pie. But in the beginning, you say, "I got there's a family over there," and then you slap it, and it's just, yeah.
No, the quality is kind of
I know
trash.
it is so bad. I don't know why.
Okay,
But
Blackfoot
yeah.
Diner, their pies. Oh, this is what? A Whopper pie? A whoopin' pie? A whoopie pie? A whoopie pie? I know, a flapper pie?
Flapper.
A floppy?
Flapper.
A flapper pie?
Flapper
A
pie.
flapper pie.
Flapper
yeah.
pie.
Take a look. Take a look at that. That's an egg white, I'm pretty sure. But the height on that,
Very sweet.
very flappable.
Yeah. It wasn't good.
I
As
liked
as you
mine.
can tell,
Yeah.
we resorted to slapping it instead
Yeah.
of me
Ding,
eating
ding,
it.
ding.
Yeah.
And I
it
think I had a
wasn't-
blackberry pie.
Yeah, yours looked better because I don't know what the bottom was here. That was just not it.
Unfortunate. I'm sorry you had to waste your money on that.
It's okay. It was worth the trains going overhead and
It was worth
all the bikers everywhere. What a weird experience.
And the
that was.
family next by, or right next door.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so we have officially reached the end of this segment. I'm going.
I need to stretch my back real quick.
There's so many good memories in there.
that's
So we will be right back for so much more pod.
Yeah, just,
Yeah.
I'm kind of old.
What are we gonna say?
do you
What's
say?
what's our exit line?
Me?
So we will be right back.
Oh, what? That's it?
That's
I was
what.
going to say me, hoy.
Oh yeah, me.
Hoy, hoy, hoy.
So we'll be right back.
Okay, bye. So what happens to your pension?
Who's the sexy guy?
Closer.
Who's the sexy guy?
Now go ahead and go.
Who's the sexy guy?
Go ahead and go.
Who's the sexy guy? Who's the sexy guy?
Yeah. Bum, 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 bum. You're ready? Yeah, we made that song.
Come
Good.
here, child. Go get it, child.
Yeah. We made the smile.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here we go.
Yeah. We'll never stop.
Who's
We'll sing the
the-
whole
yeah,
song.
okay.
Yeah, okay. Stop.
Okay. Okay. So,
We're back.
dear listeners, yes, we are back on our episode. I want to call it Mihoy Manoy with Michelle. I haven't cleared that with you yet.
A
but,
call-in?
Yeah. What?
What? Okay, I'll shut the front door. Go ahead.
I want to call our episode Mihoy Manoy with
Oh,
Michelle.
absolutely. Yeah.
That seems
absolutely.
right. Yeah.
That's so good.
Mihoy Manoy.
Yeah,
That's a
Mihoy.
SpongeBob episode because some
Absolutely.
people don't know that.
Yeah.
And then we go me.
Yeah. Hoy, 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 hoy.
Exactly.
If you haven't seen it yet, it's Doodle Bob. I don't know. Search it up on YouTube.
It is such a good
It's
SpongeBob
so
episode.
good. It's
Oh
kind of
my
scary. I'm
God.
gonna be honest with you. When Doodle Bob has the eraser and he starts erasing things.
Okay, I mean, if you're a child.
I guess.
Okay. So, something I've been asking all of my guests on the podcast so far, and it's something that I haven't prepared you with.
Oh, okay. I'm just getting
know.
hit.
It's
left,
candid
right.
moment.
It is candid.
So, what I'm looking for here is there a piece of advice that you would give to your younger self that you think would be really valuable for people growing up to hear?
Oh, that's fresh. Wow, I have
is
so
a
many
lot of
pieces of
fresh.
advice.
Yeah,
Or like precious.
What would be that like number one thing?
Oh.
Or something that you're living right now. That's what I feel. Because I answer this
Ooh.
question all the time. But what's something that's really important right now?
Something really important? Ooh. Honestly, what I'm going through right now that I would also say to my younger self, I was thinking about this on a car ride the other day, is standing up for like what you believe in. So anything that you believe or value or hold really dear to your heart. You know, when you're faced with people who kind of disagree with you, it's understandable if you want to hear the other person's side, but also just like standing firm in what you believe in. Not to a T where, you know, your ego gets in the way and then you're kind of just like blind, but, you know, it's like, no, actually, I really believe that people inherently are kind, or, you know, I really love the color purple. That's not to say that you don't love other colors, but maybe you just really like this one above all else. And it's okay to kind of own that instead of just tucking your tail in and just, you know, letting yourself disappear into the background. Yeah, I'm living that right now.
That's deep.
You know, it's deep and not deep at the same time. You know what I mean?
Standing up for what you believe in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It is hard, but then sometimes you can put yourself in danger too.
Yeah, I think it's like that's the journey that I'm learning as an adult versus like when people tell you to stand up for what you believe in as a child, is knowing when and what to say. Because Lord knows I've said the wrong things at the wrong time.
And being able to maintain your composure as you're defending something that you believe in
it's
too.
kind of hard.
It's very hard.
Because I'm kind of spicy,
You know?
you know? And so for
We
me,
couldn't tell by the fur vest.
yeah, like to be a like mild version of something that you're passionate about, I feel like it's a skill that I'm currently working on, because sometimes it's really hard to maintain that composure, especially when whatever it is that you're talking about, people kind of like gaslight you or are quick to dismiss you or just like straight up disrespect you. You know, it's hard to stay composed in the face of disrespect.
Ooh.
Yeah, sorry, it's hidden.
No, that's so good. Practice how to practice how to maintain composure when you are upset.
Yeah.
Wow.
Let me know when you figure that out.
Yeah, I won't, because I probably will. I mean, no, over the years you get better at things.
You do, yeah.
You do. I was at the bus station, or the train. Is the bus still running? No, I was at the train station just a few days ago. Just right there.
Yeah.
And there was a group of guys that started like calling out at me and calling me an abomination. I had a drag face on like this. And my outfit was not this like feminine either. It was a very masculine outfit, but I had a full face. I had my real brows. Not that makes a difference to those guys.
So that, yeah.
But this isn't drag because my brows aren't blocked. And then I heard one of them call out, "There's only two genders," and they're kind of just chirping about that.
Yeah.
And in that moment, I just started laughing because
Yeah,
I was like, it's not how you've meant it to be, but you screaming "There's only two genders" at me at the train station, that's camp. Like that's so campy.
Yeah,
that's
for what that side
hilarious
is.
to me, because it has to be. Right? Like there's no other way. And then I was with a friend who was just yelling at him.
It's hard.
And like
yeah.
engaged hard, but she got him to leave.
Damn, that's YYC, everybody. Wow, shout out your friend.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, what was the line she said? Because they kept repeating, "There's only two genders," and she yelled back, "Well, is one of them asshole? Because I think that might be yours."
Oh, the
It was
clap back. Yeah, that's good. That's
It
good.
was
He's like,
good.
okay, let
And then
me
he's
do
like, "Oh, you females!" And in that moment too, I was like, "Oh, you're not against just me. You're against everybody with the trait of femininity.
Yeah.
It's that's threatening to you. You're only respectful to other men," which honestly sounds kind of
So you're
gay.
misogynistic, which kind of sounds gay.
It does. You only
Fellas.
respect men?
That's a yikes. That's a YYC, everybody. Station.
No. No.
Oh, I'm wrong. Not that.
No, you're
train
right, but
station.
you're not about to dox me on my own podcast.
Oh, yeah, you're gonna have to edit that
yeah,
out.
I will.
Oh.
Kylie can edit that out and
Yeah,
post
okay,
that. So
sounds
there we go.
good.
No. And it's not like you can't I think the problem though too is you can't attribute that to like, oh, that's just downtown Calgary, because I don't think that's right. Because there were other people around that were like moving closer to me out of like a protection kind of thing. Like other people were just like kind of hanging around in that spot. And I think there's good people everywhere, but the problem is the shitty people like that are often louder.
The louder ones, yeah.
So
no,
it
you're
feels
right,
like they're
you're
the
right.
majority, but it's really not.
It's so hard, especially when you, the louder ones where it's like hard to remember that. It's like, wow, there's a community of people who also, you know, support, see me as I am, also stand up for what they believe in, you know what I mean? But knowing the time and place too. So, because that could have ended up dangerously, but shout out your friend once again.
I know,
That's
yeah.
pretty cool.
Well, she's an ER nurse, so like kind of like a teacher too. There's that people skill.
Yeah.
Right? And I think it's just cranked up to 11 with nurses because they have to pay attention to literally everything.
They go through so much
right
in a day, and I'm just like, shout out y'all for actually just keeping people alive.
Yeah.
Making sure we're taken care of.
She told me to get wolf spray because apparently you can buy wolf spray.
Like you
Just
spray
like
out wolves.
Yeah.
For it's like
Yeah. Like bear spray, but
for wolves.
But it's legal to have. Just like a little one on your bag.
Oh, I'm picking up what you're putting down. I
Yeah.
definitely thought you meant there was like a wolf problem in Calgary. I understand. Yeah, you know what? That could work, especially the fact that you are living in
that would take
downtown
all the
area.
See, no, but that's the problem is because it's not just downtown.
It's not. You're right. It's not
everywhere.
just. It's
But
more
then-
likely.
But no, why I'm interested in that like idea of not locating that kind of behaviors because then I don't know, it almost feels like excusatory to me. Then I'm like, oh yeah, that's just people downtown. I'm like, no, I don't know. Because sometimes that happens with like whole towns and stuff too, where
Yeah.
people are like, oh, there's nothing but like drug addicts there. Like,
It's like the demographic of where people are placed, and then
Yeah.
people start stereotyping some type of way.
Yeah, there's a loud minority of people who use drugs there, but like, you know what I mean? Anyway, those subtle differences.
Yeah.
Okay, that was a good piece of advice. That was a good
thank
piece of
you.
advice. You
Thank
did that, Michelle. Now, I have a video that I want to watch with you. And
not that one?
it's not the flapper pie or you unfolding a cheese string or you fondling the mug or fondling the handle of a tea. Jesus. Or you fondling the handle of a teacup. Why was that so hard to say?
And I don't remember this.
There's one
Oh,
we're,
no.
we're just studying and you're like up and down like this with your pinkies
I'm
out.
stipping,
It's
okay?
one of the funniest things.
Yeah,
No, okay. The picture that I want to or the video that I want to watch is this. And I don't know if you've been paying attention to this, but this has kind of been happening in Calgary as well.
November 10th. Ontario Food Bank bans international students.
So there's this something that's moving through the news right now a lot is that because obviously with inflation, the cost of living has inflated a lot and there's a cost of living crisis across Canada. And there are a lot of international students that come and study in Canada, as we know. And in order to do that, from my understanding, in order to get a certificate or a visa or whatever that word is, in order to come to Canada to study, you have to show that you can not only pay your tuition, but that you have $10,000 for every year just to support yourself.
Whoa.
Right? Because the intention there is that you have to be able to live while you're in the country, right?
That's a high number.
But when you think about it, $10,000 a year to survive as a student just outside of your tuition, that's not very much.
It isn't, yeah.
That goes fast.
Yeah.
If you're doing anything other than the exact basics, there's no fun with 10 grand a year.
So
I don't know.
wait, before you continue, I just want to confirm this is just for international students. Like you have to prove that you have this much before you can
Move
be
here.
accepted.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't think it's regulated by the universities and the post-secondary institutions.
It's
It's
a
by the government.
Federal government.
So now the problem is that there are a lot of international students and domestic students alike, along with everybody else in the country of Canada, that is struggling to
Yeah.
maintain things like groceries. So there are food banks in Ontario that have noticed all of the international students that have been coming to the food banks, and they're saying, you can't come here anymore
Damn.
because you needed to be able to pay for yourself and you needed to show it. This has become such a big thing now that the government of Canada is raising that number next year to, I think it was like 14,000 or something.
Like being able to show that you have 14K.
Right? So just limiting more people from coming. So I just want to watch this video with you. It's like 1 minute and 49 seconds. I want to see what you think about this, because this just keeps coming up on my TikTok, and
That's wild.
I've wanted to react to this.
As demand rises, this food bank says it had to make choices.
We were kind of overwhelmed by how many groups were showing up day after day.
Situated in Brampton, a city with many international students, the St. Louis Outreach Center started turning them away, citing the federal government's own rules.
To be eligible to study in Canada, you must prove that you have the funding to support yourself. If they're going to multiple food banks and they're hitting up the churches, this is now a matter of abuse.
But is it a matter of abuse, or is it a matter of...
Yeah, that's a big yikes.
I felt it. Yeah,
Yeah,
what
I'm
do you want to
feeling
say?
it.
What do you want to say?
No, keeping composure. Let's play the rest of the video. I'm sure it'll maybe hopefully address
I don't think it does.
the issue. Okay,
I don't think it does. We're going to do it.
To get a study permit, the government of Canada requires students to have enough money to support themselves beyond tuition. But for most of the country, including Ontario, that number is $10,000 each year, or $833 a month.
Again,
It just feels like these food banks don't quite understand the crisis many of these students are in.
Students can work to supplement their income, but there are limits.
A lot of these students' financial situation was also based on them thinking they could work 20 hours a week, and they just cannot find work. So now the funds they had were running out.
Another food bank in the area says it never turns international students away. But the man who runs it is giving those that do the benefit of the doubt, saying they may be misinformed and trying to protect their supply. But he says something needs to change because they're seeing an influx of international students too.
On a weekly basis, we have 150 kids. It is challenging, it is growing, and it is growing at a pace we need to really look into that.
A matter made more pressing with so many now in the same situation. Ali Chiasson, CBC News, Brampton.
Damn. Yeah,
Okay.
thanks for sharing.
Okay, what do you think about that?
Well, as the man in the last part of the video said, absolutely something needs to change. It's not sustainable for food bank organizations to provide enough food because the demand is so high. And I know that kind of is an issue that is related to just like food distribution, and the way obviously they screen who gets food and who doesn't, and them banning international students, which is that's buck wild.
I know. Can you imagine
The
where's the sign? Where's the sign that says no international students? Can you imagine being an international student and walking up there and seeing that
one.
and being like, oh,
Shit.
with government regulations in brackets.
In brackets. It's like, how am I going to eat?
But my question here is, how are they making a judgment on whether you are an international student or not?
Oh, I wonder if they buy season play, or if they demand that if you're a student, you have to provide documentation that you're a student, which I think is not legal either. I could be wrong.
But you're not telling me that the white person from Germany who's walking in there isn't going to be asked for validation. They're not going to,
this is someone who would probably look like me.
Yeah,
or maybe have an
exactly.
accent.
And you wouldn't be an international student.
That's a
and
big yikes.
They would walk in. You would walk in and be like, "No, get out."
Get the fuck out. Yeah, that's problematic in so many ways.
And I love what's the difference here between Karen?
To study in Canada.
The way that she's talking to, you've heard this
You've
phrase.
heard this before.
Exactly.
My tone of voice. I'm trying to tell you what's up.
Absolutely.
But I have no idea.
And it's such a us versus them kind of thing. She goes those groups and them, if they're hitting up the churches, then that's abuse.
Oh, hitting up the
And,
church? You work in a church?
No, but the church food banks too.
Oh, I
I
understand.
think she was referencing to them. But it's so, God,
It's so icky.
I don't know. I could see there being a situation where maybe if somebody's abusing it, I don't know, if somebody's coming in, taking all of it and reselling it or something like that,
Yeah,
then
that's
I
a
could see
problem.
banning that person. But how are you going to say this is abuse when it's just people who need to eat?
Especially with, again, the person at the end of the video was saying benefit of the doubt, and I feel like we do need that because
I did appreciate that as well. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
very balanced
Vishal.
and composed.
Kana.
And he was.
Oh shoot,
That's like what we said before. I forget what that phrase was.
that's
But
okay.
yeah.
You're right. In the face of composure, and it is true. You actually have no idea what people are going through. So this whole benefit of the doubt situation, especially when it comes to something like a basic necessity, and food scarcity is on the rise. Absolutely. Like, you know what? There will be people in the world who will take advantage of people's kindness or take advantage of the system, but that's not grounds to believe that everyone will do it. I feel like when you're that close-minded, I don't know, it shuts a lot of doors. And obviously, like, this person, I'm sure, has made so many good connections with maybe not just the students, but just with people in general, who drop by the food bank. I don't know. I feel like this person's recognizing the humanity in everyone and just saying, like, wow, we all just need to eat to survive. Here you go. Here's some food.
Right.
So shout out this person. Shout out this person.
I know.
Fuck
I know.
the other person.
Yeah, and
That's
the
some
negative
BS.
shout out to this. No, and
Negative
not
shout out to
this.
this Nancy.
It's not her. We don't want to like tell people to go send her hate. Not
That's
that they'd be able to find her.
But it is definitely, yeah, it's not just that individual, because, you know, there are systems in play that allow
Created
and
that.
create people to think it's an us versus them, or be like, people are taking advantage of the system, abusing the system, or, you know, any kind of biases or outright discrimination that people are experiencing.
I always think, like, when there's like a pride rally and then like a counter protest or whatever, just look at the body language and the facial expression of this woman. Would you rather spend time with her, or would you rather spend time with him?
Yeah,
I don't know if he
sad.
looks happier, but like, he just, I don't know. Like, his tone of voice is just so much more balanced, and
Yeah,
he seems.
it's like
I don't know.
caring.
Sorry, he seems like
It's
a
like
better
grandpa.
person.
Yeah,
Okay, no international students.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
come international students.
Thank you for talking to me through that, because I knew you would have an opinion about that. So interesting.
Yeah, opinion, absolutely. And I'm thinking back to even in university where, you know, you're drained, and if you are working, like, there's just a lot of demands that keep up just being a
So
student. You know, I forget what organization just donated like bags of food to the U of L, and then you
At
could just pick up.
Christmas.
Yeah, it was a very
Yeah.
nice gesture, being like, hey, we see you. Even if you're not necessarily struggling, like, even just a quick boxed meal so you don't have to run to the grocery store, I think is just very, very helpful. And I'm sure there were so many students who were, you know, maybe not taking advantage, but going to those places during the holidays and appreciating that, because they probably did need food or, you know, other things. So yeah, whoever did that in Lethbridge, again, shout out you.
I forget who that. I
me
feel like
too.
it was like the student union or something.
Maybe.
I feel like
I think it was
was.
just donations from the community, and then they were giving it to students
Yeah.
during the holidays.
Wow.
Yeah, I appreciated that.
I remember that day too. That was a good day. We waited a long time in the atrium.
Yeah, and you know what? It was worth it. It was worth it. We're not taking advantage of the system, but I don't know. Whatever. I digress. Whoever that Karen is.
Okay. So, Michelle, we've got through all the things here. So we just now we have a little bit of time to just relax into it and to have some fun and to just talk about whatever. So, what's something that's been on your mind recently, Michelle?
Something that's been on my mind.
Tell me right now.
On my back, that's for sure.
What about your neck, though? Is that fine?
Yeah. What about my?
This is a family program.
Oh, fruit.
No,
Okay.
it's not. I do
know.
specifically click the button that says "Not made for children" when I
love
publish
that. So
on
yeah,
YouTube.
children, don't watch this.
Yeah.
Please do not watch this. What's been on my mind lately? Let's see. Exploring the world. You know, it has been on my mind because
I know.
there's a lot to see in the world and a lot to experience. And, you know, I'm just a tiny little 28-year-old.
sticks.
Yeah, bag of sticks that, you know, I'm just waiting for, you know, experiences to come. So I know that seems very like, wow, like, you know, one of those movies where the child looking up at the sky and they're like, I wonder what's out there. I really do wonder what's out there. So yeah, traveling's been on my mind lately. You've traveled lots.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like you've been able to experience what I'm trying to experience.
Yeah, absolutely. Just those new experiences.
Germany, that's one of the places that I'd like to go to that I know you've been to.
Yeah.
So I don't know what
A handful
Germany's
of
like.
times.
Yeah. And you understand German. Speak it a little bit.
I can survive through Germany.
Okay.
Yeah. My communication kind of similar to yours, where it's like you want me to speak back to you. That's going to be rough.
Yeah.
But I do have a few core memories. It's interesting too because I know more German than I think I do. When I was in Germany, I don't know, the second last time, on the phone with the Uber driver, and I could see where the Uber driver was, and they were down at the end and they're like yelling at me in German and I couldn't understand, but I could see the car and I could see on the map, and just links abbiegen came out of me because he needed to turn left, and I was like, fuck, how do I even know that?
Wow.
And then I was shocked, and he was like, links, and then he came down the road. So it's weird how sometimes those things just come out of you.
Yeah. It's like muscle memory, but for your brain. Or maybe that is muscle memory.
That is a thing.
I know.
So our brain's not a muscle, but
Please edit that out. I'm dimmer than I thought. No, you're right.
No, it's good. Yeah.
I'm not using this muscle, that's for sure.
But I know. Yeah, what is it? Wanderlust is what you're experiencing?
Wanderlust?
Wanderlust, yeah.
Wanderlust.
Where you just want to go out and experience the world and see things and have those new experiences. Do you ever have, because I love that too. I love going out and like just feeling the world out. That's a weird way to say that.
To feel things.
But do you ever have that time in the beginning where you're like, oh, now I'm actually nervous to go do this thing, even though I know the payoff? And it's hard because sometimes you're like, every good experience I've ever had has come out of feeling nervous of doing it before doing it. But I'm in this nervous period right now and I can't get out of it.
Can't get out of it. And I know, and I feel like it's going to happen every single time you go through a new experience, or even just ones that you've done before, but it's still a big step.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I'm telling myself. Oh, I'm so sorry. That's exactly what I'm telling myself, like currently, because I'm like shitting my pants. I'm not gonna lie. Even though I'm like, oh, the payoff is gonna be so good. I'm gonna love my time there. Yeah, I don't think the nerves ever go away. It's like the courage to just keep on doing it instead of letting it hold you back. God, I sound like such a cliche right now.
But it's cliches
so
are there for a reason.
True, they're so true. And you know what? I'm living this cliche right now. So I'm like, no, let me just sit through this nervousness and just acknowledge that it's there and that you know it's gonna go away. Ooh, hopefully eventually
at some point
in my time,
some point sometime soon.
Yeah. What about you? What's been on your mind?
Something that's been on my mind, being an abomination. Okay, I'm just gonna hit you with the title, and this is what I want to talk about here, is the idea of queerness being seen as unprofessional. Because I think a lot of the times people do see queerness as unprofessional in very professional settings. And the way that I've experienced this across time in all kinds of ways, especially being a teacher and showing up in a way that isn't specifically the prescribed male expression in the world, because I never really have done that. But even, it's funny, looking at myself in the elevator today when I was coming down to get you, I was looking in the mirror at myself in this outfit, and I was like, why does this look masculine to me? It's like, why am I feeling this like boy fantasy in this right now? It's so, I can't see myself.
Yeah,
so
like, I can feel a little bit.
But like that idea of queerness not being professional, I just hate that so much. And I don't really know why that started, because maybe being queer was like a secret. And there's a big part of shame, I think, that the world is working through before like really growing into themselves. I have people in my life that are professionals. And if there's somebody that I enjoy talking with, I will offer them, I'll say like, do you want to come record a podcast with me? Like we can talk about basically anything, or I can like set it up and not prepare you for any of my topics.
Thanks.
But I knew you would be fine and like breezy with it, right?
Yeah.
But I've had this response now a handful of times where people are like, oh, like not saying I can't, but they're saying that they need to be professional.
Yeah. There's so many. I wish I had a notepad so I could write down all my thoughts. That's so something I grapple with as well, is like, what's unprofessional versus professional? When, I don't know, it's like compartmentalizing. When people have to feel the need to compartmentalize, right? Where it's just like an expression of who you are, which is a part of who you are, is meant to be closed off until after hours, when you're allowed to be unprofessional. And so you saying that queerness is being seen as unprofessional, and the example you gave with being an abomination because you were wearing some makeup, just makes me wonder, like how much of it again is just the expression of femininity and what is associated with typical femininity of wearing makeup, or maybe just being flamboyant, or being personable and sharing your hobbies outside of, or no, during work hours. I think these traits of not what's, I don't want to say traditional, but like an idealized version of masculinity is unprofessional, which I personally think is bullshit, because I don't know, that's like very exclusive to a specific demographic of people. Very, very specific demographic of people. Yeah, that's where I'm at right now with that.
Right. And I don't know, for some people, there's kind of two groups here, because I know my friends are like actively homophobic, but the idea that this would be seen as like an unprofessional setting when other ways that I show up in the world is through drag and maybe things that aren't seen as like professional or appropriate. But I don't know, like I go through my content online and I'm not out there like swearing all the time, and it's not like my things are perfect. my content is not made for children, but my content is not unprofessional.
Yeah.
And there's a difference there. I don't know. It's super interesting to me. So yeah, identifying the ways in which queerness can be seen as unprofessional in academic and social context is the name of my paper.
Wow, I love that. Oh,
Yeah.
Can we do a dramatic reading of that paper?
No.
Okay, when you're done, just send it to me.
Yeah,
I'd
I
love to read
do.
it.
One of my next podcasts is going to be me doing a presentation instead of a paper, and I'm going to publish that, and
That's
it's going to be
gorgeous.
some whole thing.
Yeah.
Okay, girl. Yeah, we got to the end here. Do we have any final thoughts that we want to leave the folks at home with?
The final thoughts.
This has been me, Hoimanoi, with Michelle.
It really has.
And here are her final thoughts on the world and everyone in it.
Yeah, SpongeBob memes have always been and will always be some of the best memes out there. So if you are not knowledgeable on SpongeBob and the memes that come with it, please, as an educator, educate yourself. Oh, nice. Yeah, let's do that. Thank you so much. Some whispering. Can you hear me now? I still have my numb ass, or my numbing cough drop.
Your throat numbing cough drop. I do have a throat numbing spray if you need it.
Maybe a little bit. It's kind of itchy. I have that post-nasal drip.
Don't you dare say fucking post-nasal drip to me.
Post-nasal.
Well, I just want to personally thank Michelle so much for joining us on this episode of D-Talk here with me, your host, David there. I love you so much. Thanks for coming. Yes.
Yeah, look at us.
Oh God. So yes. You shared your final thought, which is the SpongeBob meme.
That's true.
I have no thoughts, not a single one behind these eyes. So until next time, thanks for joining us, and I'll see you. Goodbye.
Bye.